Welcome back, guys. This is Spirit Stallion -1. Now, I wanted to redo this because I didn't think when I watched it back, I didn't go into bigger detail.
Power's out. Let's get turned back on.
So, we all know World at War. I'll be going through the Darius maps of World at War and Black Ops 1 and Mob of the Dead. Just for a second, Mob of the Dead. Because there's important things that you're gonna probably think I'm talking about something else, but don't leave or else you're gonna miss the big part at the end. I leave it at the end because I want you to watch the whole dang video so you can get the full out of it. So stay tuned, don't assume anything, just keep watching. I know what you're gonna think, but don't leave. Alright, continuing on. If there's a buzz in the mic, please forgive me. I don't know what's going on. I tried to fix it. It is not fixing. So I'll figure something out, okay? Just ignore it. It's not really loud. I know it's not professional, but forgive me. Not everyone can be rich enough to buy these huge, expensive microphones. I might later, but I'm not at the moment. So just keep, nobody's gonna leave. I'll be able to have better stuff later in life, But, so right now we're on World at War Zombies, playing on Darius. Now, let me do this quickly so I don't get it killed, because I can't use free roam in the PS3 version. Okay, so look at the clock. Look very closely. What do you notice about the clock? Well, take a look. We know it says 1:15, but that's not the point. Look at the second hand. Pay attention closely to what it is doing. Do you got it? Alright, I will meet you on the Darius in Black Ops 1. For you, it'll take along for me, but for you, it'll be just in a flash. Right about. Hey! If you're still here, then you want to shut up. I'm talking. Alright, just let you know. So if you're still watching, obviously you want to know more. I told you it'd be just a flash. But so what we're going to do is we're going to show. I know that there's no theater mode, so I can't free roam in these. So, but they made Darius in Black Ops 1. What I showed you back there was just to show you something cool. The only reason we're going to Mob of the Dead is to solidify something that probably will pop in your head. But let's just click on this and get into it. I'll explain once I get to this stuff in. Oh, skip. There we go. So now we're back on Darius, and as you can see, the clock.
I think we need to do something about the power.
Is still moving the second hand. I just wanted to show both versions so that we know this clock is the same in both versions. What that represents, my friends, is the loop of time that they were trapped in. After the teleporter went off, the clock stopped on that specific time exactly. We all know this. So, the second hand, why is it important that it's moving? We all know about the 1:15 and the second hand being the loop of time, but if you take a closer mentally look at what that is doing, we'll go to Mob of the Dead, which is doing either something just tiny difference, but it's still the same thing. Alright? I will see you in a flash. Right now. Welcome to the final piece of the puzzle Well, at least almost. We got one more thing just to show you just before I get to my point. You're gonna be excited. The wait is worth the while. You probably never saw this, and you're gonna go, what? So what we're going to do is we're going to theater mode. Yes, I know. So I'm gonna go to my Pop Goes the Weasel just for a second. All will be revealed. So let's recap. We know that the second hand moving back and forth between, I believe it was 8 and 9 in Doris. Either that or it was just the optical illusion of the, angle, but whether or not if it's not, then there's actually something even more different I just noticed during this video, the making of it. So, let's go into a free roam. Don't think I can get around until they open the doors. Gosh, darn it. Oh, it'll be a second. Just wait.
Anyone else remember playing this here?
I can't skip pieces. No, I guess I can't. So, we're just gonna
Take my advice and don't gamble what you can't afford to lose.
come on. So, I'm waiting for the round to end. We didn't do the door opening until a certain time. You know the strategies. We all do it. Just give me a second. Just so there was a time to talk. So how are you? Do you like the weather? Anyway. So what's the review?
I think the odds are starting to move in our favor.
Alright. Now, to the point.
That was a big fucking boom.
If you notice, this clock also represents the dirty Easter egg of the clock, striking 1:15. And what's this? Looks like the second hand is moving from 7 to 8 this time. I don't know if that was intended. That part was intended, or it was an optical illusion on Doris. Whether it's the reason why it didn't, the second hand wasn't proper. But oh well.
Wow. Looks like we have
Either that is a new Easter egg I just found, or it's not. But that's
So, Billy,
the point.
where the fuck
Point
are
being
you?
is, so we know this time represents the loop that we got stuck in once the teleporter went off. And the clock's 1:15 is just a little Easter egg about 1:15. We all know that. But if we all know about the giant trailer, the trailer that came out not long ago. If we look at that trailer, if you haven't seen it, whether you have seen it, I'm only going to show a piece of it from the Call of Duty channel. Disclaimer, I don't own any of it, so please don't get mad at me. I'm just taking a sliver of up to the point where the clock stops. Okay? So, alright? Are we good? I'm not gonna. It's all yours. Treyarch, Activision, all yours. Okay. But I'm just taking a sliver of the point that I need. Just let me do it. But, darn it, I have to do that now. Don't worry about it. I'm not good. But so what I want you to do. Here comes the point. What I want you to do is look at that second hand. Do you get what have you got it memorized what it's doing? Do you memorize the point of the time? Do you memorize exactly what all three hands are placed? Do we know that 7 and 8 loop happened? Yes. But I'll take you to the giant trailer and finally get to the point. Welcome back, guys. If you made it this far, Obviously, you are really interested in finding out what you missed and everybody else missed that I found. If you're right now also seeing another video below this that's the same thing, that's an old version I didn't really like. I thought I was doing well, but I decided I need to do better. So I got more detail in here. Fact, so let's recap before we get to this. We know this is Doris. This is the giant trailer, the beginning. We'll get to that in a moment. But the reason I took you to World at War and Black Ops 1 Doris was to point out, we all know that was written not by Jason Blundell. And we noticed the clock was the same in both, so even at World at War, that clock was still an Easter egg. Whether they planned this thing I found or not, I don't know. But Mob of the Dead, why did I go there? What was the point of that? It's not Doris. Just because Jason Blundell wrote it. Now, whether or not putting it to 8, 7, and 8, not 8 to 9 from Doris was a Jason blunder, I don't. Maybe he or was he, usually they don't mistake things, so I wouldn't think so. I think that might be a tiny undiscovered Easter egg there that I can. That's not the point of the video I have now. I just discovered. But anyway, besides that, so we all know that the second that loop in time that we got stuck in once the teleporter went off. Giant trailer. Same thing happens here, right? You know, teleporter goes off, time stops on 1:15. But let's take a look for a second. So this is Call of Duty's channel. If you want to watch the whole trailer, make sure you visit their channel. I do not claim any of this. This is theirs. Great job, guys. I love the trailer. Thank you, Treyarch. Thank you, Activision. Love it. Can't wait to play it. But I did pre-order the Hardened Edition, so you guys, I'm playing this map when I get the game. But anyway, back to the point. Let's play ahead. Pay less attention to everything else. Now, I didn't take a look at this clock. Whether or not this clock, it doesn't say, it says something else. But I don't know if in Doris it says the same thing, but you might want to go check that just in case. But that's not the clock I'm talking about. Let's keep going. Get ready for it.
Goodbye.
Here we go. When I play this segment, the teleporter is gonna go off and the time will stop. Shit! Pardon my French. Gosh dang it. I know you guys don't like, taking sections of videos, but let's go a little ahead. Alright, sidebar. I hit the wrong button. Okay, when the second happens, time's gonna stop on 1:15, correct? Because time stops, because we're stuck in an endless loop.
Dr. Maxis.
Boom! See, I played it just a little bit there to show you that the second hand didn't move anymore. Wait a minute. It says 1:15, yes, and it just turned. But, it didn't stop moving on when it turned to 1:15, did it? It was already 1:15, and it was 7 and 8 seconds in. Since it's just Jason Blundell's written stuff, we have to go with Mob of the Dead's 8, 7, and 8. But, and the fact being is, it's not in that loop. And wait a minute, the second hand doesn't just stop. Let's watch that segment completely just once.
Goodbye, Dr. Maxis.
Alright, let's get back to the clock. I just wanted to show you the whole clip of the clock. So we noticed the second hand stopped. It did stop. It didn't stop on a loop.
Dr. Maxis.
There we go. Shoot. Boom. Now we're good. Blech. So, to point this out, not only, this is not the ending, not only is the second hand not looping, it is also not on 1:15 and 7/8 seconds. The clock stopped as 1:15 struck, but when the teleporter goes off in Doris, old version, when Richtofen gets his plan, blah blah blah, it's past 1:15, at least 7 or 8 seconds past 1:15. When that teleporter goes off, the clock stops, and is stuck between the second 7 and 8, representing the loop. It just turned 1:15 as it stopped. So this time the teleporter went off 7 seconds before its original time. And not just to point this out, Jason Blundell wrote Mob of the Dead, and he had 7 and 8 going in the loop. So we know it was still after 1:15, 8, 7 and 8 seconds after 1:15 when the teleporter went off, but it didn't go off at 1:12 with the second hand on the 12. So not only does it represent the loop in time no longer existing, but it also represents a time change in time. Something happened to cause this clock to stop before. You know how Treyarch, you might be thinking, this is just a mistake. It didn't. Well, let's go to point one. So we all know Mob of the Dead was written by Jason Blundell, who also was writing the story. And in his clock on Mob of the Dead, to represent the Reese, he put 7 and 8 second loop. So we know that even before this game, this map, it was still, 7 and 8 loop, and it stayed that way through the games. But this one specifically, Jason Blundell wrote, yet Treyarch are always vigilant. They play this stuff frame by frame and double check their research before releasing a trailer, especially on trailers, to make sure they don't mistake anything. So anything that's not right is not a coincidence. It's actually something. This means something. This Easter egg. Did you ever think to look at the clock? You noticed, oh look, the clock from Doris. Yay! It's 1:15. Of course it stopped at 1:15, and it always does. But no one noticed the second hand did not stop at 1:15, 7 and 8 seconds. Now it didn't. It's only stopped just as it turned 1:15, 7 and 8 seconds before the original teleporter went off. So, like I said, Mob of the Dead. Jason Blundell also included in his Mob of the Dead story, which links into our storyline completely, because we also know the Mob of the Dead vials on Richtofen in this trailer's suit, but it's numbers that belong to 2 of the 4 members of the Mob of the Dead. But anyway, if he stopped the clock on 7 and 8 seconds loop in Mob of the Dead, and that's his story, that's connected to the whole story, then that means his story also, the teleporter had to go off in order for that clock to stay that way. The teleporter had to go off between 7 and 8 seconds on 1:15. But now his new one shows the clock different. Jason Blundell, Treyarch, Activision. I see what you did. You thought you were tricky. You thought no one would notice, but I noticed. I noticed, and I haven't seen anybody else do this video besides me. Well, this is my second version, but no one did it. What are you guys thinking right now? Please leave in the comments what your expressions were, as I told you exactly what you wanted to hear this entire time. I wanted to save it because I wanted you to be here to the end of the video. I didn't want you just to cut off and leave before I explained some of the key things of the story that might, help out explain and keep some of the, that's spook people out. You're like, I saw this and I was like, whoa, 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 wait a minute, back up. That ain't right. That is not right. Oh, that was kind of mine. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts were, what your expression was when you saw this. I'd be interested to hear. Tell me, please. I want you to drop a like right now. Please, everybody, drop a like right now if you thought what I found was amazing find, that a key that no one even noticed. If you remember, this is their trailer, so I'm not gonna watch the whole thing because I don't want to get copyright blocks on this video. I'm doing this. I know Treyarch. Don't worry, but I'm just pointing out. Let me leave a like if you thought I found a great thing. That I found something that nobody else, as I searched far and wide on YouTube, and I couldn't find anybody else who actually noticed. They all had videos on the clock about how it says 1:15, and that's it. But no one noticed the second hand was different this time than in the original Doris. And like I said, Jason Blundell's Doris was an original Jason Blundell story, but Mob of the Dead was, and yet it also said 7 and 8 seconds, so that meant it still was the same time as the old Doris from the other guy. So, Jason Blundell, I found something undiscovered. First, you heard it here first. This is new, this is fresh, this is awesome. I'm glad if you stayed this long. I love you. I love you so much. I tweeted about this, so if someone else suddenly happens to have a video just before mine, because I tweeted it earlier, like yesterday, so someone suddenly posted a video and claiming it theirs, look at my tweet. Go to my Twitter at Cordestia123 with capital C and capital D. Go to it, look at the time I made my post and they made their post. You can see I was first. You will see I was first. I was first. Please, people, share this with your friends. Let them know. But make sure you also don't take credit for something that's not yours. Since I found this, please, if you don't have to say my name at all, don't say anything about you finding it first and how it's your idea and how you did everything and you saw something no one else did. That was me. Please, no one likes somebody taking credit for someone else's stuff. That's why I left a disclaimer saying that this is Activision and Treyarch's trailer, not mine, so any part of this is all credit to them. Any sound, any movement, any animation, everything. So, please, in conclusion, just I'm going to recap about what, and like the usual, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, because I will be playing this map for sure in November 6th. Can't wait. But wait. There's more. For the fun people who just stayed this long, the people who were the longest, I have a surprise for you. Now I'm not probably not the first one to notice, but I'm probably one of the first few. We all know about Nova 6 and the project on Nova 6? Wait a minute, November 6th? Nova 6? There you go. Extra Easter egg for all you who did not leave. Thank you for that, and you get an extra Easter egg just for staying this long. That's my way of saying thank you. So make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like. Tell me tell me to let me know that I did a good job. I found something that was really cool. That this is something that you thought was whoa, I never noticed. And please leave your reaction to when you watch this in your comment section about what you thought when you got this. I know, Treyarch, I know you don't make mistakes, so I will be looking for this Easter egg in Mob and Giant. Don't you worry, it means something. I mean, even if that tells us the loop's gone and it was 8 seconds in the past from the normal time. So, that means Easter egg. New clock Easter egg. That's what I said. That's why I'm putting in the title, not the 115 Easter egg, because I know you know that. So, I know it was a long video, and I could have got to the point, but I just wanted to hype you guys up, and I wanted to find out the true Call of Duty fans that just wanted to be here, you know, who want to watch the whole video for a whole, and not just leave because, you know, they assume something. This is for you guys. Now, so I guess that's it for now. Nova 6 and the clock Easter egg. What more can we find? We already knew one clock Easter egg. Everybody knows that Easter egg, but no one found this. I looked. I typed enjoy. I looked everywhere. I'm the first. I have to, because I don't see anyone else. Everyone else is about the clock being 1:15 and the representation of the second going through the loop in 8787878, meaning the loop in time. That Easter egg is found, yes, but no one found this Easter egg pertaining to the clock not looping in the second hand and not being on 8 and 7. That's the point I was making. Thank you for watching. I'm Spiritstein123, and I'm out.